Hello, guys. We're back. This meeting was or this focus time was so insightful. So thank you so much, guys. And I hope I didn't distract you that much. But if I haven't, this is for you. The knocking. So welcome back, guys. And oh my God, wait, I have another announcement for Patty underscore CO. And thank you much. I can't talk anymore. Thank you so much for the rate, actually. And I hope you had a great stream and enjoyed your food, actually. And I really, really, really hope you had your ginger tea or any Oh, God, I'm talking too fast. tea in general. So, and welcome, guys. For those who are new here, welcome. Oh my God. I'm so wasted. But thank you so much, Patty. And yeah, I hope you really had a great stream. And I'm excited to join you again. So here's another one for you. And now, what did you put on the tea? Yeah, I have no clue. This tea. No. I think the problem here, not the problem is this guy, because he hyped me up so much. Because guys, this is Arjun's world, okay? Arjun's world, and this is one of my really good friends who I met online. And wait, and let me activate his voice actually, so you can listen to him as well when I finished introducing him. Wait. Okay. Arjun, can you say something?
Hello. Hi, guys.
Guys, can you hear them actually? So for those who don't know, guys, this is Arjun's world, and I hope the sound quality is okay. If he's too loud or too silent, please tell me. And he's the manifestation of branding, marketing, positioning. He knows so much, and he's such a really amazing and great talking partner. Okay, and I just asked him something about some business related stuff, and then I had one topic which was about negotiating paid collaborations on Instagram, because I'm working on some content and I got a lot of collaboration requests right now, and I just wanted to hear or get some advice from Arjun. And then he also had some kind of crossover with another topic, which was like negotiating your salary. And so I just wanted to introduce you to Arjun again. And I thought that we could share those insights with you guys, because I think all of you or most of you are already working or are about to get in on your first job. And I think Arjun could give you some amazing and very, very helpful and valuable advice on negotiating in general. So Arjun, welcome, and please introduce yourself and give us your knowledge, man. Give us your knowledge.
Thanks, Long. Thanks for bringing me on again. Always a pleasure. Hey, everyone. Hope you're having a good evening. So like Long said, Long and I have these conversations every now and again where we go into rabbit holes. I like to call them rabbit holes, where we just discuss, talk about scenarios. And I don't know. I don't know about you, Long, but I love it. I love those conversations, and I feel like we get a lot from those conversations as well.
Yes.
But I thought let me say a couple of things about general self-awareness and how you can hold your own negotiating power, because it's something that people always think about is in jobs, people think that they're replaceable, but you're not replaceable, because you do a pretty good damn job, right? If you're in a job and you have a position, you're holding that position, that means you're doing a good job. That means you're not replaceable. So these are the things that you need to remember when you're thinking about what position you're in, what you're doing, and what you want to do in the future. And then how do you calculate your worth? So let's say, for example, in a hypothetical scenario, you are working for a company, and you've been doing really well in this company, and you think, hey, it's time for me to move up in the world. I want to increase my self-worth, and by doing that, what I'm talking about is, getting a new title, progressing, leading a team, or even getting a salary increase, for example. So these are the kind of hypothetical scenarios that we like to talk about. And then that relates very much to when you're thinking about brand partnerships on Instagram or TikTok or even Twitch, because once again, you're selling your self-worth. So these are the things that you need to remember. So the first thing I always think about is measuring your value. In the company that you're currently in, what are you doing and what have you done in the past? Let's say 1 year. The past 1 year, what have you done? What have you achieved? And are you consistently making your manager or your team aware of what you've achieved? Because it's good to silently work away, but at the same time, you need to ensure that people know what you're doing, and you need to remember these things. Remember the tasks that you've completed. If you're a data engineer, what have you achieved as that data engineer? If you work in sales, how much revenue have you brought in? If you work in marketing, how much reach have you delivered? These are the things that you need to note down and remember when it comes to these review stages or where you want to increase your salary or get a promotion. Now that's kind of rule number one. Rule number two is what is your employer's perspective? Now it's nice if everyone in the world could go up to their boss and say, hey, I want a salary increase. But that's where your self-worth and enables you to draw out a logical argument of why you need that increase or why you want to raise or why you want to go into a new role. And that logical argument is kind of what I mentioned at the beginning. What have you achieved? How did you achieve it? What more have you done? Have you done anything outside of your job description in order you to be higher in a skill set in than your current role's description? And then the last one that I want to mention is emotional awareness. So when everybody has good days, everybody has bad days. You don't want to talk to your boss when they're having a bad day about a salary increase or a promotion. If you've already scheduled that time in and that person's having a bad day, use your power to reschedule. Just say, hey, look, I'm busy today. I'd rather move this meeting to next week. Don't force yourself into a negotiation when that person isn't in a good place mentally, and because you will not gain from that situation. So those are the kind of tips, two major tips that I would say is one, draw up your worth as an individual or an employee, use that as a logical argument as to why you need an increase. And the third one is emotional awareness. Be aware of your surroundings.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Arjun. Can you repeat the second one again?
The second one was draw out a logical argument.
Argument.
Yeah, so it's like
let's say you want a car, a new home, or something. I don't know. Is that something like that?
Yeah. So essentially, what you're doing is you want to become, in that session, you want to be relatable. So you can say things like, I'm saving up for a new house. But instead of saying I'm saving up for a new house, first you want to highlight what you've done in the business that deserves a promotion, and then once you've had that conversation and it turns into a more friendly chat, that's when you bring out those things. I'm looking to get married, or I want to buy a car. That's another reason as to why I want to increase my salary. But remember, guys, as much as you want salary increase, and you should definitely be comfortable talking about salary increase, the way to get that salary increase is by increasing your role at the business that you're currently working in. So let's say you're a junior data engineer. To get to that next banding level of salaries, you want to become a senior data engineer. That's your quickest way and easiest conversational way to get to that stage, rather than leading with, hey, can I get a 100,000 euro raise, please, because I've hit my target this year. That's not going to work.
Nice. Okay, cool. And the third one was emotional what? Emotional awareness.
Emotional awareness, yes. You should always be aware of how somebody is feeling or has felt that specific day, because that you can use that to your advantage, and it also makes you a better coach, a better mentor, a better leader in the future, because everybody has different motivators. if you're aware of that person's motivation or what motivates them, you can use that or leverage that in your logical argument.
Nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Arjun. I think this is like the next POC talk show. It was the next episode with Arjun's word, the pillar of content, guys. And thank you so much for doing that, Arjun, and sharing your insights. I think it is very insightful. And the chat is having some questions. So let's go for Monet. Thanks for that. He says, wow, that is insightful. Thanks, Arjun's World. And Nazari Tech is saying, but is there any hard scheduled period or cycle where you can expect a promotion like every year or half years or something?
So firstly, it depends how your organization works. Typically, there will be stages where you have either a mid-year review or end-of-year review. You could even have monthly reviews. I would personally bring these conversations up within the business's structure so that if you have a one-to-one with your boss every month or once a quarter or once a year or half year, I would bring those conversations up in the right format. You can have a friendly conversation, but you want to ensure that this is a professional conversation that you're having alongside a friendly conversation, depending on the relationship with your boss. So I personally would bring it up within the time frame that you should. But if you feel like you're itching to have that and you need that and you feel you deserve it, your boss should always have an open door policy. If they are a good leader, they are a good coach, they should make time for you and you should be able to have that conversation.
Makes so much sense. Nazari Tech. I hope this answers your question, and I think I would think the same way, because normally, and I think also in Germany, it's like after three months, it's like the first period after your trial phase, and then 6 months it's like the first one, like, hey, how is it going? And after 1 year it's like, yo, I have some impact now. I'm maybe there are more people, you have to mentor them, I don't know, and then you can talk about it. But only, I think we have to highlight, only if you you really did something, right? Because if you have been 1 year there and you didn't launch any product or didn't solve any real problems in the company and you didn't had some general impact, then I don't think it makes any sense. Like it crosses with the first point which Arjun said, like you have to check your or your achievements, your backlog, right? You have to measure if it makes sense. That's the thing, I would say.
Absolutely,
Nice.
absolutely. You need to let's flip it, right? Let's flip it. Let's say you own the company, and someone who does nothing all day and has not achieved anything asks you, "Hey, Long, can I have some more money?" What are you gonna say?
How about no? What did you do? Because yeah, I felt that, because I mean, I also run my own company, and I don't have that many employees, right? Like I'm just working with my friends and maybe one or two other people, but it wasn't on the same scope like I have now with my boss or bosses, which have to manage like 10, 15 people or so, and they have completely different priorities. They have to check something different. Like they have to measure, okay, how much time or when is the, what is it called, the break even of this person to hire that person. For example, how long does it take to create this software, or should I buy it from somebody else? Like let's say somebody wants to buy a software for 200,000, so the company has to put in 200,000, or they think, how long does it take until two people build this software? Like it could take, like, let's say one person or those two person get 50,000 per year. So it's like 4 years. They have 4 years until this kind of 200,000 is crossed, and they will probably manage to do it before 4 years. And that's what people have to think about, those CEOs and CTOs probably. And this is a complete different perception of the whole thing. Like the perspective is different. That's really interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You gotta think about it in all the different levels, and 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 also how much revenue the business is bringing, right? Because if you know, if the company that you work for, makes 10,000 euros one day, in one year one, and then year two they're making 3 million, then you probably deserve, the whole company deserves a raise.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Makes sense. So, um, thanks for that. Also, Nazari Tech says thank you for answering, and Twitch Heart Purple. And then he says, I can't just say I'm a full stacky ad and startup where you are involved in very different things, from deployment databases to dev back end and front end. And I would say 100K would make me happy. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, it makes sense, especially when you're in a startup because you have to build everything from scratch, and then you feel like Arjun, how should people tackle this one? Like, you're working like Nazari Tech in a company now, in the startup, and you have to build everything from scratch, like the whole workflows, the whole platform for the management, everything. Nothing exists. Does this impact you more? Like, is this impact for the company more worth than a guy who comes back new in the company, like when everything is built already, and then does amazing job as well? So who deserves more raise then if the quality is the same, but this guy built the foundation?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, like, if you're in an organization and you join the organization from the start, having being a startup, you're always going to wear different hats, because in the startup world, they don't have enough cash right now to pay you what you're probably worth. But it doesn't mean that you're not in it for the long term, because with startups, they do blow up. And you could end up getting shares. It could be an Amazon, and you could be very well rich later on in life. But that doesn't mean you won't grow. So I think joining startups right at the beginning and wearing those many hats is, you're in such an advantageous position, because you will no doubt grow with the business, if you stick around, right? And you wear those different hats, because then that means you're building your different skill sets in different areas. And what is it? What does it? What it doesn't mean that you won't be able to lead that part of the business one day, because you've run across the whole thing. So when they have a head of data architects or whatever it is, you could be that person. Um, so and with these things, right? So you said a very interesting thing there. Um, let's say you build everything, and then somebody else comes along, and that somebody else might be better, because in a job, right? In a management position, every time you hire someone in your company, you want them to be better than you, because you're going to get a better output, and they're going to make changes in the organization. You don't want to hire someone who's just a little bit less better, so that they stay where they are. You want them to be the best. And people will come along that are better than you, but it's about what you've done and what skills you grow into to get a better salary. And of course, if you've been there from the beginning, then it's no doubt you're going to grow with the business, because there's an old saying that this guy told me once. There's what type of person are you? Are you the person who can build a startup and take it to 1 million, or are you the person who can take it from 1 million to 5 million, or are you the person that can take the startup from 5 million to 200 million? Which one are you? And know your worth, know which one you are, because don't try and be the 20 to 200 million guy if that's not who you are. Like, where do you sit yourself?
Amazing. Man, you're spitting so many wise words, man. Holy moly. So very well said. Nazari Tech also said, and Tim, nice to see you too. We're talking about how to negotiate and how to see your own value, and yeah, so that's the thing. And Arjun, the wise Tanic, man, nice to see you too. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them Arjun, because he's not often here on the stream, but when he is, he drops gold for brain juice. Okay, so that's what I would say right now. And yeah, what else can we cover, Arjun? I'm not sure
I think
what. Yeah.
I think the most important thing is like you know, Arjun's golden shower. Um, uh, I think I think the good thing about what we spoke about is that you can apply that in loads of different scenarios. Like, for example, as you mentioned right at the beginning, brand partnership. So you use those different things and apply them to different areas because everyone wants a brand partnership. Everyone wants a free piece of technology or a free T-shirt or whatever. Just know your worth and sell your worth to get what you want to get. I think that's the most important thing. I think I've said it before many times. Like as you already know, it's all about what you know you're worth.
Yeah, and I think there's a high intersection or like parallelity. Is it like that on anything? Because I think the top the upper topic or word or term is branding. Like it's like you're branding it on social media. Like how does your profile look like and what do you provide? Blah blah blah. And it's the same like in real life. Like how do you stand in your company? I mean, just think about that. What would people or what would the employees or your colleagues talk or say about you when they have to describe you? And I think that's really important. Like, are you this guy who they say, yeah, man, he's very funny, but he also is doing amazing job, or his work is amazing, or he's like, yeah, he's nice.
You know what's a really nice exercise, right? To help you understand exactly what you said, Long, is actually just asking people in different departments in your business. Just send them a what I like to call a 360 feedback form, and say to them that you want to get feedback on certain things, like what am I like to work with? What do you think of me as a person? You know, do that. Send that email out to your colleagues, and you will get a clear perception of what people think of you at work. And you might think they won't be honest, but they will be honest, and you'll get to know and understand how you are as an individual, how you're seen to be in a working environment. And I think it's a great task to do.
Oh my god, that's really cool. Wow, wow, wow. Boah, man, Arjun, you just gave me an idea, which is super cool, which makes so much sense, and which I think when you do it at work, it comes with some kind of profession, right? Because people won't say, "Yo, this bro is so amazing, man. I love this dude." They won't say something like that, and but it comes with some profession, and I think what really is important now is, imagine, I mean, you have been on my stream for, I don't know, 2 or 3 times already, and people could know something about you, okay, and they could give you some feedback as well. But what I want to say is like, the community. Look, Arjun, people know you, okay? But some people know you on the surface, but I know you a little bit more. Also, Tanek knows you a little bit more. And now imagine, for example, you know some people in a more deeper sense, because because you talked about them with them about your side hustle, about your goals, about your struggles, all that stuff, and you have been spending time like 1 year with them, 6 months or 1 year with them, so you also are friends with them. And then imagine we ask in the community, hey guys, let's do this 360 form thing, and they really can give you some feedback, like genuine feedback, because in Definitely Healthy, in our community, we want to grow, okay? We want to help each other to grow. I mean, if somebody doesn't have any, what is it called? Accountability, then this is a perfect time to call them out, right? And I think that's what we really should do as well. And that's one part of the community highlights, which we also can do. But it's more like on Discord only, because I don't think it's a good idea to call out people on stream. Like, yo, man, you said you want to do that. How did you achieve that goal? Or when did you achieve that? What did you even do? I think that's a little bit too harsh.
Yeah, true. But you know, sometimes, you know, as everyone knows, there's introverts and extroverts, right? And sometimes
Oh,
people don't
yeah.
want to give that feedback. So, I think one of the ways, if you do want to get that feedback, but you're too shy, or you know, you don't feel confident into getting that, you can do it anonymously, and you can give people anonymous feedback forms where, you know, their IP or whatever is not attached to that, so you don't know who it is, for example.
Yeah. I saw that in some companies where they asked for, or the CEOs asked for anonymous feedback, and then I had people who asked obvious questions who everybody knew that came from them, or some rage like, why do we do like this and that, and why don't we deserve this and that? But yeah, that's a good idea and makes sense, because I really like that, because guys, we want to grow, right? We want to grow. That's why Tanek, Arjun, what I really like is that, imagine we would give feedback on ourselves, like we know each other a little bit, like not everything, but we know what we want to do, like we know ourselves since how long do we know each other? Arjun and Tanek. I mean Tanek, like maybe almost 1 year. What about you, Arjun? How long do we know each other? Like for real, not like just know each other and follow each other on Instagram. More like
Almost 1 year.
almost 1 year. Oh my god, look at this guy. He just joined. Nice. Hey, wait. He joined again. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Okay, wait. I need to remove myself. Oh my god, guys. You see them? Oh my god, what is that? Wait, I need to change the scene. This is hilarious. Oh my god.
We're taking over.
Oh my god. Yeah, guys, welcome Tanek on the stream. Wait, I need to change this perspective. This looks ridiculous. Wait. Oh my god. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Oh my god. Yeah, but so what did I just say? I forgot. Oh my god. I'm too hyped.
We know
Hi.
each other for a while, feedback, etc.
Oh yeah. This feedback thing. So guys, that's why it's important that you actually engage with the community. Like Monet, for example, or Nazari. You actually joined today, so welcome to the Definitely Healthy Discord server. And you also dropped your introduction. And now is your chance to engage with all of us. And then at one point, Tanek will roast you. And then he will call you out and say, yo, man, you're a full stack developer. Where's your GitHub, man? What is this code? I do professional code reviews, man. What is this? He will call you out.
Roast you. His first chance to roast you, he'll roast you.
At my previous company, a thing that we would normally do was go to that person's GitHub and bash their code for funsies.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can imagine
We don't
that.
mean anything of it, though. We don't mean anything about it, though.
Yeah, but what I want to say is that just check out the community, guys, and hang out with them, whatever you want, and that's what we are here for. And Tanek, where did you listen to what we actually said before, or are you?
I think I listened to most of the part. Yeah.
Nice. So, do you have any tips for the negotiation part as well, or something?
Be humble. Be humble. Negotiation. Wait, are we talking about like for a job interview, or like when you already have a job and you want to ask for a raise?
Well, it could be both, but I think most people. I'm not sure. Chat. What is your position? Are you already in a job, or are you a student and are about to get on a job and need to negotiate? Because I think one thing which many students struggle with or miss out is that they get into the first job and they just take what they get. Like, yeah, man, you get this amount of money per hour. Okay, I would take it. Because they are desperate and insecure.
At the beginning, it doesn't really matter if I think at the beginning, money shouldn't really be the focus, more like actual job experience. And when you prove yourself in that field, you can leverage that into getting more money. Unless you really know what you're doing and you think you deserve more, then go for it. I mean, I accepted what I got at the beginning, but I wanted more experience. I cared more about the experience. And then later on, when the experience came, then I leveraged it more. Okay, now I think I should be earning this, but always saying it in a humble way, because money is a very uncomfortable subject to talk about with your boss. Can be a very uncomfortable subject to talk about.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be because everybody goes to work for a reason, right? You're there to make money.
Yeah.
So you need to. That's kind of what we're talking about when it comes to self-worth. Like here's an example. Like money is a big motivator for me, right? Because then I'm able to buy stuff. I'm able to buy stuff that I want to get, and etc. etc. So I remember when I got my first ever job out of university, and I think many moons ago, and I'm going to show my age here, but like my salary was something like £18,000 or something like that, many years ago. And I remember I was like, what the hell is this? What am I doing? This is terrible. And then it was up to me and purely up to me to sell myself in a way, in a new interview process, in a higher job role that I've never done before. But all I was doing was just selling myself because I am who I am. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I can achieve. And you need to help the other person understand and believe that in order for you to get what you want. So yes, being humble is definitely important, but at the same time, knowing your self-worth is more powerful because then you'll be able to sell yourself better.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think a combination of both is needed. Like the way you phrase it to your boss.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. If they're the powers behind the door, then 100%. You need to
Yeah.
you need to know how they are going to or would like to be approached about it as well. That's important. That kind of falls under emotional awareness, right?
What if you are introverted?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I don't think we are introverts, right?
I can be. I'm still naturally introverted. With the first time I was asking for a raise, it was very uncomfortable for me as well, and I had to ask help from my other coworkers on how I would approach this situation. Like first gathering all the proof why you should be earning more. What did you do that helped advance the company? For example, what did you do that made a difference in the company? But it's the phrasing that is the most important. I personally started off with, hey, can we talk? And then we had a meeting. I was like, okay, this is very comfortable to talk about, but it's regarding money. Then I would have phrased it something like, I've in the past, I think I've done more, a lot of stuff, and then you're gonna make your case. I did X, I did Y, I did Z, and I would like to see that reflected on my salary at the moment. While not naming numbers, you're gonna leave the numbers to your boss, because then you can also see how they're going to value you in a more genuine way. And if they don't value you a lot, then you know what? Maybe your future isn't there. Might as well just look for a new job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I would have phrased it.
There's also an industry standard, right? Like you need to at least be getting paid the industry standard. And that's the research that you need to take upon yourself. Like go onto the internet, go onto LinkedIn, find the industry standard for your current role in terms of salary. Make sure you're in the correct banding. If you're not, that is a clear argument that you can bring up at work, because if the industry salary is, let's say, 30,000 euros and you're getting paid 15, then there's a pay gap. So that's a good negotiating tool for you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes sense.
But that thing about introverts. So like one thing that I definitely I'll find it. I can't remember which one I've done. I think we've probably all done one of these. If you've started your working career, if you haven't, then I definitely recommend it. It's a personality test. You get like EFGR or ESGA or whatever it is. Like you should definitely take that personality test, because it will help you understand what type of person you are and how you can leverage yourself in these conversations, because they are great.
Damn, today, oh my god, wait. Today we talked about that on Discord, man.
Oh really?
Yeah, like exactly that. Wait, human met. And do you know it? What we use is like there are multiple versions, and what we use is like MBTI. Okay. And then there's another one which is called what is it called, 10act, which Coco sent the gram, some anagram or something.
Anagram. Yeah.
No, not Enneagram. I think it's Enneagram. Enneagram. And so this is MBTI, guys. Please take this test. This is a test which has a long history, and it's very accurate. I don't know how they did it, but they tested it with many people manually, not with computers, like with data science or something. But this is a test which gives you some kind of really good direction. And Arjun, did you take this test, for example?
I've taken. I recently took one. It was slightly different, but they all have a similar outcome. So I've done something quite recently.
Nice. Okay, but feel free to do that one and send me your type, because
I'll do this one.
Yes, and also this Enneagram thing. This is another one which is which also gives you some kind of other description about yourself. And you shouldn't. The one thing you shouldn't do is, oh, this test gave me this kind of type, so I am absolutely this kind of type. This is what you definitely should not do. It just gives you a direction, okay? And that's why do multiple tests, like Ray just said, and find some kind of intersection and which fits your own values, and then just take what fits you somehow, but don't apply some confirmation bias. Like don't just take something which you think you are. You have to also check it up with other people. Imagine people say, I get the test and it says I'm introverted. And then I ask my friends and they say, what the fuck, man? You are not introverted. This test is wrong. Because when I did the test, I could, for example, say yes and no on questions, which I wouldn't do like how they described it, but I wished that I would do it like that. So that's another thing. But yeah, so another thing what I wanted to say is that if you know your type, you can check out on specific pages, like for MBTI specifically, you can check out, okay, this type and this type, how do they behave with each other? How's their relationship? Like not like the romantic relationship, but just a relationship in general. Like what should you value for the other person? And this, I think, is very, very interesting for team building and just to. I think when you build a company, this also could be very, very interesting. Like finding your co-founders also. I'm not sure. I mean, that also could be a very interesting topic, but I'm not sure if people actually are interested in that. But you know what I'm talking about, because imagine you are creating your own startup, 10x or Arjun. Not sure if you're doing that, but I know some people do that, and it's interesting to see how they would choose their co-founders as well. So, guys, what is your opinion on all that? What I just said, or do you believe in personality tests?
To a certain extent. I will pick some of the points as a baseline, but not everything. I always revisit these tests after a while, because my personality might change or my opinions might change. I'm not gonna, just because I read it online, I'm gonna behave towards it as a confirmation thing, like and use it as a thing up as a defense mechanism to people. Like, yeah, but I am a INTJ. My types are naturally arrogant.
Yeah, true.
Which is one of their weaknesses, though. They tend to be arrogant.
That's true. I agree with that. You should never put everything into this one thing just because you did it. It doesn't mean it's true. It gives you a good indication, but as Tenak said, these things change on a regular basis. But I think one thing, if you are going to do that test, don't think too long about the question. Just answer like within 5 seconds. Don't think too long, otherwise you'll start to ponder on the question, and then you'll think, is it yes, no, what am I like, who am I? You'll start getting philosophical. You'll think about the universe. Like, just say yes or no.
True. Very nice. Makes sense. So guys, if you haven't done that, please check it out. Personality type, but don't put it on the holy grail. Okay, that's the biggest takeaway you should take from this conversation right now. Okay, so that's from my side. And guys, do you have anything else?
No, nothing from me. I have to jump now. I have to go. But always a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, Arjun, thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you for giving me some advice on those paid collaboration negotiations, and also for this now with this negotiation with your company and your bosses, and so much value. So I will definitely put that on YouTube as well. I mean, I already have the previous version episode, but I just didn't upload it yet because I don't know, too many things, but but I will definitely do that.
No excuses.
Please don't call me out. Please not on stream. Do it privately, please. But yes, Arjun, thank you so much for joining. And guys, please check out SOR June's World on Twitch, because he also is a co-working streamer and he just started out. Okay, and he also plays anime music probably. And yeah, he actually is a anime hype beast. That's how I would describe it. And
Totally, I love it.
check him out, because you saw what kind of value he provides. And if you have any questions, go to his stream, check him out. And so please check him out, leave a follow. And because he's not that much on Discord, because he's a busy man. Okay, he's busy. And but he's streaming, so check him out. Okay, Arjun.
He is one of the very rare streamers who talks during his focus session. That is his edge. That is his edge.
Yeah, but that's interactive. That's next level. So that's really cool. And yeah, so Arjun,
thanks long. Yeah,
Thank you,
listen.
man.
One thing I can say is, like, the dev health community is amazing. It's true, I'm not that active on Discord, but I love it. I love reading, and the way I feel I can contribute is on those streams. So yeah, I mean, I love it, man. Dev health